So this is the very first game that I actually bought in the PlayStation, the actual PlayStation Digital Store. And you know what? I'm going to play it, so I've got it on my channel if I want to watch it again, because it was um, it was quite good. And Sean Bean's a narrator, so that's another reason I got it. 'Cause, I like Sean Bean.
56 years ago, Russia, the northern Ural Mountains. A group of 9 students of the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked upon a difficult winter expedition to reach the Otorten mountain. Their journey seemed to progress according to plan. However, on the 7th day of their trip, the weather conditions worsened. They lost their orientation and were forced to set up a camp on the slope of the mountain called Kholat Siakal. It was their last stop. 3 weeks later in Yekaterinburg, when their families received no word of their success, the first rescue expeditions were sent. On February 25th, 1959, an abandoned encampment was found.
Still unsolved.
The tent was torn down and covered with snow, with all the group's belongings left inside. Further examination revealed it was cut from inside out. The surrounding footprints indicated the crew had fled the tent. They were barefooted. This suggests a frantic escape, characteristic of people scared out of their wits. 2 sets of prints led to a forested area down the slope. The rescue team found an improvised fireplace and 2 bodies. They were lying in but their underwear, with cuts and scratches to their limbs, suggesting they had tried to climb the tree in panic. What could terrify them so much?
Running their bare feet and all.
The next 3 bodies were found scattered a few hundred meters from the first discovery. One of them had suffered a fractured skull, this despite no evidence of a struggle. It took the spring thaw 2 months later to enable the rescue team to find the rest of the victims. The last 4 skiers were found buried in a thick layer of ice and snow. Their autopsies led to even more bizarre findings. All of the bodies had severe internal injuries caused by an undetermined force, similar to that of a serious car accident. No external damage nor bruises were visible, besides a tongue ripped from one victim's mouth and a strange orange skin color. Much speculation arose from these puzzling events. Such theories included attack from the local tribesmen, from an avalanche or animals.
Radiation as well.
Each theory, however, only served to create more questions. The truth behind this tragic course of events remains unexplained to this day. What really happened? Maybe the answer still waits to be discovered, deep under the snow.
And that's where I came in. Act 1. Right, so it all starts kind of quiet enough. Good weather effects. I think we get footprints. You can run, I think. So is there a map? Zoom in. Can't get any of these sushis, by the way. Completely deserted. Well, click on the tracks. Yep. Right, so into the woods, because this is basically, there's none here. I'm only going to play a wee bit of this to start with, and I'll start getting into it tomorrow. See, the weather's getting a bit worse. Is it this way? I think we go this way. You need to get into the forest at some point. There's a path there, I think. The rest a dead end. I'm getting killed just fucking looking at this. If there's no snow on Christmas Day, I'll stick this on YouTube, watch it on YouTube. There's that way, it must be this way then, eh? This way. About to get lost. It took me ages to do this game as well, last time I played it, but I mean obviously should go a bit quicker this time. Let's sun up. Clear lights this way, innit? I need to go, I mean, so 3 years ago I think I got this game, three and a half years ago, ages ago. You wonder where the time goes. Say goodbye to the town, because I'm about to get lost. That looks pretty creepy. Why is he giving me 2 directions? Let's see. Bridge? No, that's not a bridge, that's a railway line. Right, let's go through the creepy trees, man, that look like a kind of tent formation. I'm going that way. You guys get in then?
Are you coming to me?
With Sean Bean talking? Here we go. Almost at the dial of pass.
In the end, the only thing I saw was a flash. An insufferable burning light. The pain ripping apart my body. I felt it tearing out of my soul. After a while, I was nobody. Nothing. The light went out and I vanished into overwhelming darkness. I welcomed the end with delight.
Yeah, I can't see anything down. Right, so there's the ground. There's the tent, there, with the off lane. Oh, is that the tent off? Oh, that's not the tent off lane, no, that's the anchor. I know that. So you can light fires, so this is like...
I am right behind you.
There we go, and this is the start of the game basically. There's the map and the compass, and Jesus, a lot of word in the book. Don't run all the time, let your character rest. So every time you sleep you save it. That's basically just the intro, that wee bit. So I'm not going to start playing it now because it's too late, but I don't know how this will be actually watched because there's a lot of walking about. I'll maybe do what I done with that Stanwell, maybe just cut out some of the aimless walking bits. Because you're constantly going back and forward because it's like a fucking maze. But at least I've hit recorded in some aspects, so... Act 2, that was intro.
Have you ever tried to hold on to your humanity? When others convince you of being no more than a subject, an object, which they can bend to their will. When they told you that you were a monster that deserved punishment, when you could really not remember your sins, when they took away your loved ones, leaving you to rot in the dark. The problem is that in their darkness, you have never been alone.
We need to get to that big red lights, that big stationing up there at some point. That's close to the end now. So this is basically the game. There's loads of different directions and rest at the camp and set a goal. Set a goal for a safe route. You can focus R2 on any object and take a better look. Sports. Oh, but right. But where's the map? How do I get a map? Goggles. It's compass. These locations are like things you need to find. You write them down in 35 north and 50 east, or do that. You hear that paper? You hear a paper? You hear rattling.
I set out the moment I heard about the incident. I was in the area, so I reported to the unit myself to be automatically assigned to the case. I arrived at Vishai on February the 19th, a couple of days before the Institute's rescue group. While waiting for them, I started asking around to see if anyone from among the locals knew anything about the incident. One of them said he had a hunting cabin in the search region and knew the area very well. I decided to use him as a guide. When the rescue team had finally arrived, I explained to them what the unit's role was in this mission and that all discoveries or observations should be brought to my attention before anyone else's. We established priorities, checked the equipment, and set off right away. It was not until February the 26th we found the tent that I believe belonged to the students. Initial findings show that the people in the tent cut its sidewall and for some reason tried to escape from it in panic. The tracks in the snow led to a forest 1.5 kilometers away. But the trail went cold after 500 meters and we had to carefully search the entire area. This was not a place of any average incident. We had shivers crawling all over our bodies because of the atmosphere surrounding us. I was convinced that something more than just an accident had occurred here. I had the feeling we were dealing with
something unnatural.
Something unnatural.
Ooh. Peek it. Whoa, what's happening? Well, that was intense. So I must need to find five symbols of some sort, which I ain't going to do now, so I'm going to save this. Out of breath, and then your vision goes a bit blurry. Every time you light a fire you can save it. So, saving. Is there a fire there now? You're not getting the tent, right? I'm going to save this. That's